Shout out to the Wolf Pack, you understand me? Shout out to the Spit Bucket Podcast. My dog JJ Solomon, what's popping? Shout out to Boxing Nerd. Shout out to everybody, you know what I'm saying? I can't wait for my nigga E Thriller show tonight. Go Thriller. Whew. I know that bitch gonna be smoke. I got my blunt. Roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. I got my lighter. Cop back, cop back, cop back, cop back. Yeah, that way.
Right now is all we got. You know what I'm talking about? The greatest opportunity in the world is found in today. You understand that? We don't even know what yesterday got for us. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's already gone. Tomorrow, too far away. What about right now? What about right now? Huh? Would you give it all up for me right now? I got you. Huh? Let's go then. Everybody watching tonight. So I tell you what, if you can't find energy tonight, you're in the wrong business. We control us. We run this. And anybody coming in our house, they get dealt with. Respect is earned. Respect is never given. It's better to be respected than liked. The hell with being liked.
I'll fucking wait. Who wanna debate? Straight, let me cook. Fish frying while season and marinate. Every season, it's no reasoning, just unanimous decision. Smash the noti bell, and thanks to all subscriptions. Mama mentality, stop fouling me, I'm goated. Body shots got them folding. Every word they can quote it. Smoking bud, watching bud, smoke these niggas Mayweather with the defense, nothing short of genius. High step into the end zone like prime time, point me to the limelight. Mic check, it's my time. The pod god every time I deliver. You're now tuned in to GOAT Thriller. I'm here to stay, all the chatter, y'all can dead it. Let's start the show. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, I said it. Dinging on them. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it.
I'm the best ever. There's never been
fucking
anybody.
wait.
I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart.
Yeah, I said it.
Now, before I get into what I'm about to get into, I just want to make sure that each and every last one of y'all hit that like or dislike button. And please don't forget to put some motherfucking Coach K Duke full court pressure on that sub button if you're new to my channel. And please don't forget to ring that noti bell so you could be notified via email each and every time your boy E Thriller, aka Ham Rothstein,
Talk to him.
aka GOAT Thriller,
Talk to him.
aka the motherfucking Black Picasso, because I paint these pictures so vividly with my words on the sport of boxing whenever I feel like it. And once again, fight fans, ladies and gentlemen in the Wolf Chat, welcome back. Now, first things first, man. Shout out to everybody that's watching this live stream podcast on my YouTube account. Shout out to everybody that's watching this live stream podcast on my Twitter account. Shout out to everybody that's watching this live stream podcast on Facebook. Shout out to all my people on TikTok. My TikTokers, I see you. You dig? Shout out to everybody on the gram as well. I hope everybody had a phenomenal day. What's the day? Tuesday or some shit like that? I can't even keep track of my days. I'm so goddamn tired. But I had to come on here and pop my shit, man. If y'all rocking with your boy E Thriller, aka the Black Picasso, drop some E3s in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I want to make sure my mic ain't going in and out because my internet is just been fugazi lately. It's like it's been working and then it'll just all of a sudden kick me out, which is why I had to end the show abruptly this past weekend. So shout out to everybody in this bitch, man. Put some E3s in the chat, put some goats, put some popcorn emojis. Let me know if I'm crystal fucking clear before I start saying what the fuck I gotta say. I wait. I fucking wait. All right, man, I'm seeing some E3s. I see some E8. Shout out to, is that Stephen Brimley? Is that Stephen Brimley? Shout out to you and I see why. Shout out to my boy. Shout out to Goldie Loke. Shout out to Christopher White. I see ya. What up, Jamal? I see ya. And shout out to Mr. 214. And I'm on that bullshit again. Shout out to everybody for rocking with me, man. I know I don't normally go live on Tuesdays like I used to. But anyway, back to what I was about to say. Shakur Stevenson, can you please, and I repeat, please, in my Stephen Brimley voice, stay off the damn tweets in my Stephen A. Smith voice? I mean, god damn, the impudence of this motherfucking bozo, the insolence of this little fucking Neanderthal who had the temerity to shit on Kid Austin performance the other night whenever he performed on the Zone. Shout out to Golden Boy, shout out to Oscar De La Hoya, shout out to Bernard Hopkins, aka the biggest instigator in the sport of boxing, who just so happened to be my favorite fighter of all time. Facts, he Thriller Big Facts. But anyway, because I can vividly remember a guy by the name of Shakur Stevenson, whenever the media, whenever the fans, whenever every fucking boxing enthusiast and connoisseur said you look like garbage against Edwin De Los Santos, you know, aka Duda, you know, that motherfucker that look like Duda from The Shy. Yeah, I said it. You reacted like a fucking pussy. You reacted like a fucking pansy. You reacted like a petulant child that didn't get the toy that he saw at Target. Yeah, I said it. And I didn't stutter. This nigga acted like a fucking female on a period, just mad at the world for whatever reason. And I can vividly remember this motherfucker getting all upset, getting all in his feelings because he couldn't handle the criticism. It even got so bad, y'all, to the point to where this dude retired for like 4.5 fucking days. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I am so sick and tired of this dude being so sensitive and so soft, and he get the right to criticize his peers and other fighters and managers and promoters and things of that nature. He has the right to call people's fathers bitches and hoes and punk ass niggas and all this shit, right? But the moment when somebody else who is on his level, who is one of his peers, who is a boxing fan, who is a media of the sport of boxing, facts, he Thriller Big Facts, give him that same fucking energy, he want to get all in his feelings. He want to start saying, oh, you a fanboy this, oh, y'all fanboys that, oh, y'all don't know shit about the sport of boxing, right? But I can vividly remember this Neanderthal in his last fight acting like we were supposed to be impressed with him playing One Mississippi, Two Mississippi, because he ran from Edwin De Los Santos all night long. I mean, you want to talk about a track star? You want to talk about getting on your fucking good foot and putting your cleats on like you was playing football? I mean, goddamn, that night alone, Tyreek Hill didn't have nothing on Shakur Stevenson. Randy Moss, who ran with a 4.2, didn't have nothing on Shakur Stevenson. Hell, my favorite football player of all time, who just so happened to be a coach right now, Coach Prime Time Deion Sanders, didn't have shit on Shakur Stevenson in that performance. You want to talk about getting in the ring and being afraid to get hit? I mean, god damn. And what did Shakur Stevenson do? Oops, I meant Mr. Twitterson is what the people is calling him now, because he just can't seem to stay off of Twitter. Every time somebody says something about him, he got to subtweet him. Every time somebody give him some constructive criticism, he got to fire shots back. I mean, god damn. This dude had the nerve to go at one of, if not his biggest fucking supporters in the boxing media. Ladies and gentlemen, that man's name happens to be JJ Solomon, one half of the Spit Bucket podcast, right? Shout out to my brother IOTBA and shout out to my brother JJ Solomon. This man bothers nobody, and he took it upon himself to look. I'm going to show y'all what he said, right? Let me find this shit. All right, so the Spit Bucket podcast, shout out to JJ. He says, Shakur, we rock with you, but you're still in boxing timeout when it comes to criticizing a big performance, big dog. End quote. Shakur says the cheerleader podcast of Kid Austin team. Now let's just stop it right there. Now, I don't know if Shakur noticed or not, but I have never ran into anybody that is more supportive of him. I've never seen anybody say that he's the best fucking fighter at 135, at 140. I mean, we can't tell JJ shit about Shakur Stevenson. You feel what I'm saying? We can't tell him nothing. He thinks he's the best boxer in the world in my rock voice, right? But this is the same dude that's being called a fanboy for a dude that, yeah, he done interviewed him plenty of times. Shout out to him at IOTBA. You know, he's been on their podcast a couple of times, but that don't mean he's biased for Kid Austin. See, this is that soft ass shit that I'm talking about that's really starting to make me perturbed. It really makes me turn my nose up at Shakur Stevenson, which is why I don't fuck with him the way that I used to fuck with him. I would not support his fights the way that I used to support his fights, because we also have to keep in mind that after that piss poor, putrid ass performance on a Thursday night after the football game, right? Made everybody stay up late. Everybody was waiting on Shakur to put on this fucking phenomenal performance because he was talking shit leading into the fight. He was talking shit prior to the fight. He was talking shit on Twitter to Devin Haney. He was talking shit to Twitter to Javante Tank Davis, aka Abdul Fahid. He was talking shit to Trill Bill Haney. Shout out to Bill. He was talking shit to everybody, saying what he was gonna do once he got that boy in the ring, saying that everybody has been ducking him, saying that he feels like he's the next Terrence Crawford, saying that he feels like he's the best boxer in the sport. And what did Shakur Stevenson do in the biggest moment of his fucking career, going up against one of, if not the best competitors in his weight class? He played run for it, saying nothing but for them gun, better run for it, run for it, run for it, run for it, run. Facts, he threw the big facts. This motherfucker played run for his run. And he got the nerve to get mad at somebody for giving him some shit that he need to hear, not what the fuck he want to hear. And for the record, if you're new to my channel, shout out to the Playback Gang. Drop some comments below. But I'm gonna let y'all know right off the bat, I am not a fucking fanboy, right? And I'm not one of these motherfuckers on YouTube that's here to massage your shoulders. I'm not one of these motherfuckers on YouTube that's here to pander to a particular fan base for super chats, for cash apps, for Venmos, and the list goes on and on. Oh no, that's not your boy E Thriller, aka the Black Picasso. I am the motherfucker that's going to tell you what you need to hear, not what the fuck you want to hear. Facts, E Thriller, big facts. And with that being said, before I go any further, let me preface my comments by saying this.
Killing is my business, ladies, and business is good.
I am here to seek, I am here to destroy any and everybody that's moving funny in the sport of boxing. Yeah, I said it. And Shakur Stevenson, he's on goofy timeout right now because you fucking idiot, you bozo, you Neanderthal, you just dissed and alienated your biggest supporter on the planet fucking Earth in JJ Solomon. Once again, one half of the Spit Bucket podcast. But that just goes to show the level and the mind state that these dudes in this generation of boxing have. And I know I get on Ryan Kardashian. Oops, I meant Garcia. And I know I get on Teofimo all the time. And y'all know good and goddamn well, I can't stand either one of the Charlos. I don't have a problem with telling you guys who I like and who I dislike in the sport of boxing. Facts, he threw the big facts. But this dude, Shakur Stevenson, I mean, this dude is the icing on the cake. He is the cherry on the top as to what everything I hate about the sport of boxing, y'all. Because this is the same dude that is begging on his hands and knees for Devin Haney to come back to the negotiation table, knowing good and goddamn well that Devin Haney already has a fight lined up with Ryan Kardashian. Oops, I meant Garcia with his goofy ass. We see all the publicity stunts that's going on with Ryan. We see the man trying to sabotage the fight. We know that Ryan ain't got no fucking shot or chance in hell to beat Devin the Dream Haney, aka the youngest boss in the game, aka with his father Trill Bill, who is managing and promoting and doing everything he need to do to make his son the fucking talk of the town all over YouTube. We know that Shakur is capping. Make it make sense. And I do you one better, Shakur. At 135 pounds, you know, the weight class that Devin Haney was just in, that man collected all 4 straps. All you had to do, this is all you had to do, was sign on the motherfucking dotted line. But what did you do? Instead of accepting the 25%, because that's really, to be honest and generous, that's all you was worth. Maybe even less than that, because this man had already collected the belts. He went over to Australia, not once, but 2 times, in my Booker T voice. He went over there to fight George Kambosos, a guy that wasn't even on his level, a guy that we knew Devin Haney was going to whoop. We knew this going in. So you mean to sit up here and tell me, Shakur, that it didn't run through Trill Bill's mind, in the back of Devin the Dream Haney mind, aka the youngest boss in the game, because he's busting moves and doing shit and putting himself in position to work with promoter after promoter after promoter to get to where he got to get to, something that you're unwilling to do. Facts, Thriller, big facts. But anyway, you mean to tell me that it didn't ever cross their mind and say, look, man, this is a shitty fucking deal. We're worth way more than what they're offering. But hey, man, we got to do this shit because everybody is calling us the email champ. We're unproven. We ain't fought the people that we want to fight. Everybody is ducking us. So guess what? Even though we know we are worth way more than 22 fucking percent, not 25%, because see, they gave you 3 more percent, right? They accepted 22% from George Kambosos. That's why I don't understand the angles. I don't understand the mental mindset of some of you fucking bozos who support Shakur. But I get it. A lot of you motherfuckers are really bud buddies. A lot of you motherfuckers are being biased. Yeah, I said it, because you rock with Terrence Crawford. Well, guess what? Newsflash. I don't give a fuck about any of that bullshit, because I don't give a damn if you rock with Bud. I don't give a damn if you rock with Bomac. I don't give a damn if he rocks with Red. I don't give a damn if he's affiliated with Mob Ties and Jay Prince and Jay Prince Jr. and all these other motherfucking Neanderthals who need to tell him to log off the goddamn internet and get back in the gym and get back in the lab, because from my vantage point, from what I can see, the man doesn't like to be in a ring with dudes that can punch. He don't want to get hit. Shakur Stevenson is a fucking pretty boy that just so happened to know how to box, in my honest opinion. Because whenever I watched him against a Nakathelia, whenever I watched him against Duda from the Shot, aka Edwin De Los Santos, he didn't want to get hit. He was doing all these fucking triple step backs. He wouldn't stand in the pocket and catch and shoot, parry and shoot. He wasn't doing any pull counters. He wasn't throwing any uppercuts. He wasn't throwing any hooks. All he was throwing was a flimsy ass jab. He was pose, photo shoot, pose, fainting the whole fucking fight. And don't even get me started whenever Edwin De Los Santos fainted at him, this motherfucker jumped back 20 fucking feet in the ring. I mean, goddamn, it got so bad. His performance was so disgusting, and it left a bad taste in everybody's mouth. Somebody on TikTok made a song about you, dog. They made a song about you being a runner, a track star. We know he gonna run when it gets hard. You ought to feel like shit. So the nerve of you to criticize Kid Austin, who really didn't look that bad in my honest opinion. He went out there and he took risks. I made a TikTok on it. I uploaded it on my Twitter and shit like that. Make sure y'all go follow me on all social media platforms. But even I said, hey man, I had a little constructive criticism of him. I felt like he took a lot of unnecessary risks because lunging forward could be problematic, which is why you keep getting these goddamn cuts over your eyes. Yeah, I said it. But other than that, I didn't have any criticism of his game plan. I didn't have any criticism of his performance because I thought he looked good, outside of being a tad bit reckless. But what did Shakur do? See, Shakur think it's cool to tweet dudes and sneak diss dudes and say, oh, you gotta be kidding me, right? And then he went on to say, oh, he ain't nothing more than an overly aggressive bum that don't compare to him, Sean. He said, don't compare him to Sean either, meaning Sean Showtime Porter, I'm assuming. He also said, Sean had way better skills than this. And then this is when he dissed JJ. You feel what I'm saying? So just because JJ say, hey man, last time I checked, you had a shitty ass performance. And that's facts. Even he apologized to Terrence Bud Crawford. Shakur apologized to Andre Ward. Shakur apologized to Floyd Money Mayweather. He apologized to them dudes because he even said he could have performed way better than what he performed. But here he is, a couple of months later, getting mad at a guy for essentially saying what the fuck he said after the fight, and he can't take it. But it's all good for him to criticize, his fighters. It's all good for him to criticize his peers. And then this is another thing that Bill Haney, shout out to Trill Bill Haney, he pointed this shit out today. And for the record, I do not own the rights to this content. This is for educational purposes only. I want y'all to listen to Trill Bill Haney, shout out to him, and how he broke down negotiations between himself and Shakur Stevenson. DJ Thriller, roll that clip.
And anybody else that is sending out any messages that they're going to fill in or they're going to do any of that, they can't. They can't do any of that. You know what I mean? So I don't care to go back and forth because I knew that that's what they wanted to do. They want to talk about Devin when he got a fight lined up. You know, just put yourself in there and say, well, if they back out, and we're going to talk about that. No, we're not going to talk about that. And I didn't want to talk about that. And it's not that I would never entertain a fight between him and Devin. That's completely false and completely untrue. What I'll never do is think that Shakur Stevenson's word in business means anything when he's talking to me.
I mean, can we blame Trill Bill Haney for saying what he's saying? I mean, if anybody is being open, if anybody is being objective and not being a fucking fanboy for Shakur Stevenson, why would Trill Bill Haney believe anything that Shakur Stevenson says whenever it comes to trying to make a fight behind the scenes? Because this is the same motherfucker that love to run to Twitter and say, oh, they ducking me. Oh, they some hoe ass niggas. Oh, Lomachenko don't want to fight me. Oh, Eastside Cruz is ducking me. Oh, Frank Martin is a bitch. This is the same guy that always make negotiations public. This is the same shit that we used to get on Earl Spence for. Whenever he said, you can take 70-40, 70-30, 80-20. You got to recognize I'm the big dog and things like that. This is the same shit I used to get on Earl Spence Jr. for all the time. Time and time again. I'm just keeping that same energy. So why on God's green earth do some of you fucking Neanderthals think it's cool for Shakur to continue to put out the business of boxing on Twitter? I will fucking wait.
You know, you've seen unethical things that he's done as I've tried to talk to him, and he records and then misconstrued the recording as if Devin is not with the smoke or we're not with the smoke. I text him and we text back and forth. He comes back to the media and shows the media the text and then misinterprets the text as if we're not with what we appear to be with. Buddy, he ain't fought nobody. He hasn't fought anybody that we feel like that we're not gonna skunk beat. And no disrespect to the fighters that he didn't fought. But I mean, it's just and the one fight that the last fight he had with that was an opponent that was coming forward, Edwin De Los Santos, you got a chance to see a whole bunch of holes in his game. And to me, instead of working on that and displaying that, the Shakur Stevenson that people have grown fond to love, he could get jumped back on the Twitters and shit. Back on tweeting and
Hey, man, I don't know why I keep being an echo. I'm going to have to figure that shit out. I apologize, man. Shout out to my brother, the General Big Fish is into the premises. I appreciate it, bro. I guess I'm going to have to play some audio another time. I'm not sure why that shit keep doing it. I think it did it on the last episode. But back to what I was saying. So pretty much Trill Bill Haney is saying, man, like, look, every time I try to talk to this dude behind the scenes, every time I try to have a phone conversation with him, every time I try to have a DM interaction with him or via text message, it always goes left or it comes to a standstill because this guy, being the entitled motherfucking brat, the little prick that he is, he's an entitled motherfucker. He feel like the world owes him something just because he has dimples, or hell, I don't know what the fuck it is, right? But he always run to Twitter and still just bitching and moaning. And ain't no grown ass man with kids that got his own son in the sport of boxing that he got to look out for, like Trill Bill Haney, is going to continue to pull up with that nonsense. In fact, Shakur, why don't you have Bob Arum, your promoter, contact Trill Bill Haney? Why do you want better? Why not have Jay Prince contact him? I mean, that's if you really want the fucking fight, because I'm one of those individuals on YouTube and beyond. I don't believe you really want the fight. I really think Shakur Stevenson is out here clout chasing off of Devin Haney's name. And I really feel like Shakur Stevenson, deep down in his heart of hearts, is jealous of that man's success because he feels like he's older than him. He feel like he ain't as good as him. I don't know what it is, but we do know that Shakur went to the Olympics. politics. Devin Haney had to get it out the mud. Devin Haney was fighting in Mexico and shit like that, right? So I don't understand why he would be jealous of the man's success, because this supposed to be your brother, or at least it used to be, but the shit that went sour because you've been doing a lot of hoe ass shit. So you gotta forgive Trill Bill Haney for keeping it real, because if I was in his shoes, I wouldn't want to talk to you either. I would want to talk to your people, bro, just to see if this shit real or is this all a publicity stunt. Because the last time I checked, once again, Shakur, didn't they just say that you got a fight coming up in July? So is Bob Arum going to put that on hold just in case Ryan Kardashian, Oops, I meant Garcia, decides to pull out of this fight due to mental health issues and things of that nature? I don't think so. I don't think Bob is going to stop what the fuck he got planned for you to entertain a fight in less than what, a month? With Devin the Dream Haney. I think it's what, a month away, a month and some days, 31 days or some shit like that, because the fight is on April 20th. So I say all that to say, look, man, I second that emotion from Trill Bill Haney. Shakur Stevenson is a guy that brings absolutely nothing to the fucking table right now. Yeah, I said it, because the man had every opportunity to be on top of the fucking world. He could have been the king of the hill. He could have backdoored his big brother, Terrence Bud Crawford, by accepting that quote-unquote shitty-ass deal, that lowball offer from Trill Bill and Devin Haney to become undisputed. But what did he do? He said, no, I wanted more money. I'm going to go run to the WBC so I can go get 50-50, knowing good and goddamn well you don't deserve 50-50 if we just being honest. You motherfucking Shakur fans ain't got a leg to stand on, bro, because it'll be different if Devin Haney never took 22% from George Kambosos. Then you will probably have an argument. But whenever you see a guy like Devin Haney taking 22%, whenever you see a guy like Devin Haney that didn't bitch and moan about taking the 22%, he did whatever he had to do to go over there and win those belts not once but twice. I don't want to hear shit coming from you or your fans bitching and moaning. Factsy Thriller, big facts. So enough with the nonsense. Get your goofy ass back in the gym. Work on your defense, because I think it's supremely overrated, because I see you going back in a straight line. I don't see you moving your head a lot, and you rely a little bit too much on your reflexes. But for whatever reason in that fight, you claim your hand was hurt or your stomach was hurt. You had diarrhea. I don't know what the fuck was going on. You claim you wasn't feeling good prior to the fight with Edwin De Los Santos. But you better get back in the lab and show us something, because your next fight, if you don't go out there and take some risk and gamble and do some shit that we just saw Kid Austin, another guy that is calling you out. He is calling you out. Hell, there's a lot of dudes calling out Shakur Stevenson now because they feel like he ain't really like that. It's just like my nigga IOTBA said last night, who had a phenomenal live stream last night. Make sure y'all go sub up to his channel and the Spit Bucket and the Facebook group. Faxy Thriller, big facts. But Io said, look, we used to think Shakur was like that, but now we don't believe him because he ain't really like that. Shakur is all talk. And isn't it funny how every single time Devin Haney has a fight lined up, or every single time Devin Haney has some shit in the mix, he always want to call him out, just like Trill Bill just stated, right? But then I come to think about it, Gervonta Tank Davis ain't got no fight lined up. He's in your same fucking weight class, right? And we know that you don't care about the belts. I don't want to hear anything ever, and I repeat ever, about some fucking belts with Shakur Stevenson, because it's obvious to me that he wants the money. He wants the money. He wanted 50-50. He said, F them belts. I don't give a damn, Devin, if you collected all four for me, and if I beat you, I'm the top dog. I don't care about none of that. I want what I want, far as financially. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't even want to hear that. So if it's about the money with Shakur, then why not call out Abdul Fahid? Where is that same fucking energy? I will fucking wait. I mean, damn, I'm starting to really think, like my nigga IOTBA said last night, that Tank was putting paws on this dude in camp because his energy just seems a tad bit different with Gervonta Tank Davis opposed to a Devin the Dream Haney. I don't know what it is, but we need some answers, Shakur. Where is this same energy? Because the last time I checked, yeah, Tank is rumored to be in a fight or in negotiations with Frank Martin, but nothing has been confirmed. We don't have a confirmed fight date. We don't have anything of that sort or anything of that nature. So why aren't you applying this pressure to Gervonta Tank Davis to go get the bag, because I don't want to hear shit about no belts. And it's even dumber now that you want to move up from 135 to 140 to fight Devin the Dream Haney, when you was the same person that said, I wish I can play this shit, but my damn shit keep echoing. But you the same person that said that, oh, I know Devin go be at a disadvantage at 135, so that's why he don't want to fight me right now. So you had all of that working in your favor, and you said no mas. I don't want to sign a contract. After pump faking at the goddamn club, sending this man bottles of Ace of Spades or some cheap ass shit, like Devin the Dream Haney said, saying sign a contract, knowing good and goddamn well there was no contract even being offered at the moment in time. You feel what I'm saying? Dude just running around here capping, stalking this man, chasing him down everywhere, acting like he want to fight, hopping in the ring, hating, saying that, oh, he really lost to Lomachenko. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I'm getting so sick and tired of your little fucking shenanigans. And now he's being rumored, or he want to fight William Zepeda, another flat-footed fighter. But if you go back to my last episode, my last live stream that I did on Shakur Stevenson, whenever I said he was soft as cottonelle tissue, me and IOTBA both said Shakur next fight was going to be against a flat-footed fighter, to where he's going to look good, he could be able to throw his combinations, he could stand in the pocket, and all is well in the motherfucking world. And lo and behold, that's exactly what the fuck is about to happen. That's what's about to happen. Golden Boy, I am praying that Golden Boy, please, do whatever you got to do, Oscar. But don't let Shakur get this fight. Don't let him get, just leave him on Gilligan's Island over there on Goofy Timeout, because everybody else got a fight lined up, right? Everybody else got a fight lined up. Ryan Kardashian has a fight. Devin Haney has a fight. Tank and Frank Martin are rumored to be fighting each other, right? And Shakur, Isaac Cruz has a fight. Rolly Romero, I repeat, Rolly Romero even has a fight. Teofimo Lopez with his Neanderthal worth of himself, he just came out of a fight, so you can't fight him. I mean, you want to talk about a man with a lack of options. You want to talk about a man with no place to go. You want to talk about you're a man with no land, in my Earl Spence voice. Well, look no further than Shakur Stevenson. And then he just re-signed with Top Rank, and I think it was a shitty deal. It was a shitty deal. He was complaining about that. Like, you want to talk about the dumb, like, he is a terrible businessman. Who, like, is Mob Ties really managing this dude's career? And speaking of Mob Ties, Jay Prince, you're supposed to be a fucking OG. You're supposed to be a voice of reason for this young, silly, goofy motherfucker that can't contain himself. Like, every single time somebody say something about him or he sees something, he just gotta respond. Like, he has no resolve whatsoever. He has just nothing. Why don't you sit that man down and go over the rules of the game? Why don't you talk to this young man and say, look, man, I see you doing this, but why not try and do it this way? Why not hire a publicist? Why not get your ass back in the gym where you supposed to be and continue sparring the Keyshawn Davises of the world, continue sparring the Gervonta Tank Davises of the world, the Devin Haneys of the world? And speaking of which, isn't it funny how this is another thing that Trill Bill mentioned, which was a hell of a point, might I add. But it seemed like everybody that's in or around his weight class, right, is always his cousin, is always his brother. He don't want to fight them unless he get an astronomical dollar amount, as if people are going to be signing up, paying all these fucking big pay-per-view prices and shit to watch him play Run For It, Run For It, Run For It, Run For It. Because we know Shakur Stevenson, he gonna talk like Mike Tyson outside of the ring. We know this. Shakur have everybody fooled leading up to the fight, but whenever he get in the ring, he do his best Adrian Broner impersonation. And one thing that hasn't rubbed off from Terrence Bud Crawford to a Shakur Stevenson, we know that Bud is a man of little to no words, right? But we know whenever he gets in the ring, oh, it's going to be a fight, because the moment that you clock Terrence Bud Crawford and that man put that look on his eye and he stick his tongue out and he start smiling, you done fucked up, because now it's done turned into a dog fight. Now that loose pit bull from Omaha, Nebraska, North Omaha, stand the fuck up, is pissed off. Now he about to stop you. We know when Bud go in there, we know if we're paying our hard-earned money that we work 8 to 5, 9 to 5, overnight shifts, so waking up early in the morning to pay to see the boogeyman, aka the number one pound for pound fighter in the sport. And Terrence Bud Crawford, he is not going to sell the fight outside of the ring, but you can bet your bottom fucking dollar whenever he get in that ring, oh, he is going for the kill. And he don't even be doing all that, oh, I'm going to knock you out, oh, I'm going to do this to you, I'm going to do. He don't do none of that. He's real stoic. He's real straight to the point. He's very fucking direct. But once he get in the ring, he kicks ass. Now, Shakur, if you don't learn anything else from Terrence Bud Crawford, now can you learn how to go in the ring and fight? F-I-G-H-T. Fight. At some point, you're going to have to sit in the pocket against legitimate competition. At some point, you're going to have to dare to take risk in the fucking ring. I mean, hell, even your idol in Floyd Money Mayweather sat in a pocket from time to time, fought on the inside, fought off the ropes, shoulder rolling, peekaboo defense, got clocked a couple of times, kept fighting just to show that he was a dog. But we have yet to see that coming from Shakur fucking Stevenson. The man talks a real good game. Real good game. He has the marketing part. He's phenomenal at marketing himself, right? Even though I can't stand a little piece of shit. I think he's an entitled prick. But he knows how to get the people talking. He knows how to make people hate him. All right, cool. That's a fucking attribute that Floyd Money Mayweather had. But that shit has to translate inside of the ring. It has to. Keyshawn Davis, your partner, aka your brother, another dude that you don't want to fight. He's a guy to get in the ring and take risks. I don't see Keyshawn Davis running from conflict. I don't see him running from confrontation in the ring. I see him standing pat, sitting down on his punches, trying to get motherfuckers up out of there. Yeah, I said it. But Shakur, when are you going to do that? I will fucking wait. Because the world is waiting on your next fight. I mean, a lot of people like me, I really don't give a fuck about your next fight. But I can guarantee you, if you go out there and if you lay an egg yet again, your stock is going to plummet dramatically. It's going to plummet. Now, ain't nobody going to be checking for you. Ain't nobody going to be talking about you because you the same dude that said fuck the media. You the same dude that said fuck the fans and fuck everything. You going to do what you want to do. You only care about what Bud think. You only care about what Floyd thought of your performance. And you only cared about Andre Ward. Those were the only people you apologized to. You didn't apologize to none of the folks that flew out to Vegas. You didn't apologize to none of the folks that stayed up late at night on the goddamn work week. Yeah, I said it, to watch that boring ass fight. You didn't apologize to none of us. You apologize to your peers and your idol. Really? Really? So look, man, if this next fight with William Cepeda is a stinker, you ain't gonna ever get no big fight with Devin Haney. And I do you one better. I damn sure don't think you're going to get a fight with Tank. And I can't even fault Tank. I said this before and I say it again. I used to get on Tank for ducking these fighters. I'm not going to get on here from ducking Shakur because I don't want to see that fight. I already know what he going to do. He going to run the whole fucking fight. It ain't even going to be competitive. It's not even going to be fun to watch. It's not going to be fun to watch. I don't want to see that shit. But back to the comments I go. Pretty much all I got to say since I can't play my little clips. All right, man, let me start from the top. Shout out to Big Mark Boxing Savant, man. He said, I'll be there. Hey, man, I appreciate it, my brother. Shout out to Chris, man. He said, hit that like button or hit the fucking road. Salute, Goldie 3. I appreciate it, my brother. Io with the popcorn emojis. Shout out to Goldie Logue. He said, E3, what's up, little bro? What's popping? How are you, kind sir? All right, man. Shout out to, is that Stephen Brimley? He said, shit. E8 on. Yes, sir. Io said, let's fucking go. I appreciate it. What up, Boxing Guy 7? He said, let's get it, E-Thriller. New Orleans in the chat. Salute, my brother. Salute. What's popping? Hope all is well with you, my guy. What up to my guy, Brian Bowden? He said, yo, what's up, Woodpack? What's popping? How are you, kind sir? What up, Super Jamal? He said, speak that real ish. Hey, man, I gotta be real, man, because once again, I'm not the motherfucker that's gonna tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear. And a lot of these niggas get mad and in their feelings because when I speak the truth, but I don't give a fuck. Unsubscribe to my channel if you don't want to hear the truth, because like I always tell y'all, I'm always gonna be honest. I'm always always try to be objective. And if I'm not being objective, or if it's somebody that I don't like, I would just flat out say it. I don't like these motherfuckers. And everybody know that follows my channel lately, I don't like Shakur Stevenson. I don't like him at all. But I am being honest about the situation. He has nothing to offer right now. He is in no position to call any shots with anybody, especially a nigga like Devin Haney that won all the belts, that took less, that's doing exactly what the fuck he asked you to do. He done already been there and done that. He took 22%. He's been on pay-per-view. You ain't even been on pay-per-view before. I mean, how can we even forget that talking point? He's been on there multiple times. You ain't been on there once. So how in the fuck can you justify to yourself, to your team, Mob Ties, Top Rank, Bob, Aram, Todd, the Buff, whoever the case, whoever represents Shakur Stevenson, how can y'all justify 50-50 with Devin Haney? Make it make sense. You can't justify that shit, bro. I don't give a fuck what you niggas say. But anyway, what up, UNICY? Shout out to JJ Solomon in the building, man. I appreciate you for rocking with me tonight, kind sir. How are you? Hey, I can't believe that Bozo had the nerve to get at you, the biggest Shakur supporter on the planet. I don't know nobody that likes Shakur more than you. Hell, there's been times where I disagree with you because I feel like you was being overly protective of Shakur whenever you and IO be going back and forth about Devin Haney and Shakur and Tank, right? But the nerve of this dude for you to tell him the truth. See, this is why you can't kiss these niggas ass in the media, right? Because if you kiss their ass, they gonna use it against you. But the moment that you tell them some shit that they need to hear, not what the fuck they want to hear, they don't want to do interviews with you. They want to dish you on Twitter. They want to call you a fanboy, even though you've been rocking with them the whole time. The whole time. That's why I don't fanboy for these fighters, man. Faxy Thriller, big facts. Hey, man, JJ, man, salute to you, though, my brother. What up to Bruce Gas Boxing and Jazz? He said, salute, brother. Yeah, I said the podcast was popping. How are you, kind sir? Big Mark said, I'm in this bitch. I appreciate it. Boxing Guy 7 said, I will never support this clown. Fuck the fans. Fuck him, boring asshole. Facts. Big facts. And I just don't understand the people that still support him. Like, how can you support this nonsense? This entitled motherfucker. Like, he walk around and act like his shit don't stink. He walk around and act like everybody owes him something. And he act like he know every goddamn thing about the sport of boxing. But this is the same motherfucker that sat up there and said with a straight face that Tyson Fury could defeat a prime Muhammad Ali. Really? But you want to act like everything else everybody else say is so stupid. Oh, you turn your nose up at it. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. But shout out to JJ once again. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Who haven't I got, man? Who haven't I got? Because I ain't going to be on here all night. IO and this bitch rolling. Big Mark rolling. Big Mark said, talk that shit. I appreciate it, my brother. Shout out to the Ring Master, man, the BFB Master Q. Quentin Brantley in the building. I appreciate you. What's popping, my brother? How are you, man? Shout out to General Ellaby, a.k.a. General Big Fish, is in the building. He said, E3, what up, bro? What's popping? How are you? Let me see, man. Who haven't I got? Big Mark said, no bullshit. Unbiased Brim says, Zapata is a problem. Stop it, Brimley. See, it's niggas like, is that Stephen Brimley? Is that Stephen Brimley? That's always going to protect dudes like Shakur. How is Zapata? I mean, from what I've seen, I haven't seen a lot of fights of him. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go do my research this weekend. But from the fight that I saw this past weekend, he looks solid. He's a guy that throws a lot of punches and bunches. But do you really believe he has a chance to defeat Shakur Stevenson? I mean, really, Brimley? Really? Is that what we doing tonight, bro? Stop. You gotta stop this shit, bruh. God damn. But anyway, Brimley always giving motherfuckers the benefit of the doubt. Shout out to my guy, ASAP, ASAP. Shout out to my nigga ASAP, man. I see you in this bitch. What's poppin'? He said, what up to the chat? What's poppin'? Shout out to the Wolf chat, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. Who haven't I got? IO said Fax E3. I appreciate it. What up, Boom Bap Streets? He said, salute E3, what's popping? How are you, kind sir? What up to my brother from the DMV, Jamal Lynn? He said, salute E3, what's popping? What's going on? What's shaking? Spit Bucket, aka JJ, said, let it be known, I've criticized his moves outside the ring. I said he was the best of the big three, but yeah, petty ass behavior. Okay, I stand corrected, JJ. Because I'm going to be honest, bro. I watch every one of y'all fucking episodes, all y'all interviews, and I've never heard you get on Shakur Stevenson. So my apologies. I apologize. But even with that being said, you didn't say anything that was demeaning to him. You didn't hit him with a low blow. All you said was, well, damn, whenever we was criticizing you, you pretty much tucked your tail and ran. You hid. Like, what the fuck? But anyway, Brim says Zapata is being a problem. Ain't got nothing to do with Shakur. Oh, okay. So do you believe he can beat Shakur? I got to watch some more film. I'm not going to make any predictions right now. I got to watch at least 3 to 4 fights before I can give an honest assessment of his skill set, Brimley. So I'll give you that. I'm not going to sit up here and lie. Once again, if you're new to my channel, I'm not a guy that claims to know everything about the sport of boxing, but I try to do my due diligence and my research on whatever topic I'm talking about. So right now I feel like I'm uneducated, Brimley. So let me just say that I'm going to watch 3 more fights and then I'm going to get back at you on that. Ayo said, I got Zapata. Hey, man, I hear you, Ayo. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody for stopping by. I got to get off this bitch, man. It's a work week. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to the Playback Gang. Shout out to everybody in my community. Shout out to TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, the gram and beyond. Until next time, I am gone. Hi.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here? Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it.
Goat thriller, back better, iller, pound for pound. Killing these topics with analytics. Silencing all the critics. Trying to bite the style, they get sun like children. YouTube villain, podcast killing. So antagonistic and prolific with the swiftness. Make sure you make weight before you trying to debate. Yeah, I said it, and I never hesitate. Hit them with hooks, cause these rooks took the bait. Start the show, cause goats never hesitate. Ducking smoke, got them sweating at they toxins.
Yeah,
Goat thriller, cleaning up the sport of boxing. Aight then.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. I fucking wait. I am the greatest. Yeah, I said it.